If you have one of the newer Sony cameras, such as the brand new Sony a7 IV, or you have one of the video cameras, such as the a7S III, or one of the high-end, amazing photography cameras, such as the a7 Mark IV, R4, you will want to have a good way to charge your camera. Now, obviously, you can use big batteries. However, if you're primarily shooting in a studio environment or you are using your camera for extended video sessions, you will absolutely want to use a dummy battery and power it through the wall, much like I am doing right now. And that's where this adapter is going to come in. So this is from F1TP, and this is their AC power adapter for the Sony FZ100 battery. So let's take a look at what's inside, and then we'll talk about how it works. So very well packaged with everything that you need. First, you are going to have the actual power brick itself. You are going to have the cable, which is kind of like those old like VCR type connectors. And then you have the actual dummy battery itself, and you have the dummy battery. And then finally, you're also going to have a bungee cord to basically make sure that the cords are connected, or you can actually just keep using these original plastic tie wraps. That's what I'm looking for. Cable wrap. So the way that basically this would work is you would place this inside your camera body, and this would basically is the shape of this is the exact shape of a Sony FZ100 battery, which I have right here. I have a spare one. So exact same battery, it's gonna go in, but obviously there's no lithium ion cells in here. And then you're gonna plug this into the AC outlet, and that's gonna provide you indefinite power. So I actually have two of these, so that's how I'm able to run it out of the AC right now. And generally, while one of these batteries, even though these batteries are great, you're generally going to be limited to about an hour and a half to just over 2 hours of live streaming. And then you'd have to end up changing the battery. And if you're doing a longer stream or a studio session, no one really wants to go change that. The other thing that you have to keep in mind is that when you're running it off of a battery and you might be charging it, even though the newer cameras are good, they still have a tendency to overheat a little bit, which is one of the issues that I had with my a7 IV streaming HDMI out. After about an hour 15, hour 20, the camera would overheat. So the alternative is by using it with a dummy battery, because the power is supplied from the wall. The camera doesn't need to be charged, and it was able to keep it a little bit cooler. So I have actually on these done live streams which were just under 3 hours. I'm sure it would have worked for a longer period of time. However, 2.5 hours was actually I believe it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, so it worked out great. Overall, these are going to be lifesavers. So this one's going to be really, really good for studio environments where you have access to a wall. Now, there are some that are going to be just plugging into a USB power bank, but those cords are generally going to be a little bit shorter. Here you have a much longer cord. So this is the dummy battery for the Sony FZ100 batteries by F1TP.